What's going on, y'all? This your boy Tony Black, voice of the block. And right now, you tuned in to Ghetto Gossip, man. And today we're going to be talking about your boy Tank Davis. But first, before we talk about Tank Davis, I'm going to let the news tell you about Tank Davis and why Tank Davis got a warrant out for his arrest.
2025 at approximately 2:15 p.m., the victim entered the Miami Gardens Police Department accompanied by her attorney to report an incident that occurred on October 27, 2025. At the time of the incident, the victim was employed at a local gentleman's club located within the city of Miami Gardens. According to the victim's statement, at approximately 4:15 a.m. while working, she was approached by Mr. Davis. The victim was approached by Mr. Davis. The victim reported that Mr. Davis grabbed her by her back of her head, pulling her by her hair with one hand and by her throat with the other. He forcefully escorted her down a stairway and toward the parking garage while maintaining his grip on the back of her head. Upon reaching the parking garage, the victim reported that Mr. Davis released her, at which point she was able to run towards her co-workers for safety. The victim reported sustaining minor injuries, including visible bruising to her left arm at the time the report was made, and she sought medical attention. The victim further reported that she has known Mr. Davis since 2022, and they were previously involved in an intimate relationship for approximately 5 months, which ended about a month prior to the incident. She stated she had blocked all forms of communication with Mr. Davis after the relationship ended. During the course of the investigation, lead detective Gary Florencio obtained and reviewed video surveillance footage that corroborates key elements of the victim's statement. As a result of the diligent and hard work of our Special Victims Unit, an arrest warrant has been issued for Javante Bryant Davis on the following charges: battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping. The investigation determined that Mr. Davis used force to restrain and attempt to remove the victim from the location against her will. The victim was only able to escape when Mr. Davis released his hold to retrieve his vehicle. At this time, the Miami Gardens Police Department is actively working with the United States Marshals Fugitive Task Force to locate and apprehend.
Damn. So they was in a short relationship, you guys. You know what I'm saying? She been seen that craziness in him, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? But we can't call it allegedly if he did it over and over and over before. Maybe not to the same chick, but he got previous times where he got arrested for it, or the police have at least came to his house and questioned him about this situation. You know? What I'm trying to tell y'all is don't be looking up to a nigga like Tank Davis. He's not a good role model. Look, Tank Davis remind me of Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather did this before. Multiple times, just like this guy. 3 to 5 times. And it's not allegedly. I said 3 to 5 times that Floyd Mayweather did this. The reason why they say Floyd Mayweather is going broke is because Floyd Mayweather is paying these people off from the bad shit that he did in the past. That's what I'm gonna just say. He got expensive habits also. Pretty women's is expensive habits. You had a little stripper dancer. We don't know what she was doing on the side to get her money. But you ain't had no right to do what you did to her. She cut off all communications with you. She been did that. She didn't want to fuck with you no more. So if the cooch that good, you know what I'm saying, don't even harass it, bro, because there's multiple coochies out there that you can get. You feel me? You the real champion, bro. We ain't gonna take that from you, but you can't be the real champion inside the ring and outside the ring to women. You know, you gotta pick and choose which one you want to be looked at. You want to be looked at as the man of the man or the woman. You know what I'm saying? Hitter. Which one do you want to be looked at as? Now, what if she would have had a stepper with her? You know, we would have been talking about you in a bad way, saying that you got crushed. And we don't want to be saying nothing like that. She could have did it herself. What if you would have crushed her? What if you would have grabbed her wrong? What if she would have tripped, hit her head, her face or something? So you got to learn how to take your anger and control it. Count to 10. Take a deep breath. Go do something else. Go run. Go to the boxing gym. Go punch out that anger, man. You know, you can't be sitting around here still getting endorsement deals if you're going to be doing this type of shit. They need to take them endorsements deals away from you. You need to get somebody to get in that ring with that's gonna take that belt away from you, because the things that you do, I ain't gonna approve of it. And a lot of people don't either. And you got niggas in the hood that do this same thing, but they don't do it repeatedly over and over and over like you and Floyd Mayweather did. You know, that's why I don't look up to a nigga like Floyd Mayweather. That's why I don't look up to a nigga like you. That's why young boy's son can't grow up under Floyd Mayweather, because most likely 9 times out of 10 he gonna be doing the same thing, and it's gonna make him look bad. You know, listen, we know you want to be feared. We know you want people to be scared of you, but when people be scared of you, they can crush you and get away with it. You know, she ran to her friends. They were safety. You try to embarrass this lady, and eventually it's gonna end up real sad for him, bro. A lot of fans gonna be crying, and we don't want to see nothing tragic happen to a celebrity or anybody. So, man, learn how to keep your hands to yourself. You know, it would have been crazy if she would have crushed you herself, you know, from you doing that. Or one of them girls who she hadn't ran to would have did something to you. Now, I see why she went to the police not the same day or like 2 days later, you know. Why? Because she felt like he was still watching her. She didn't know what he was gonna do. She know he crazy. That's why she cut off all communications and blocked him. You're supposed to have everything that you want. You're supposed to be at the top of the world. I mean, if you don't feel like that, a lot of us see you as, hey, that nigga. Not a lot of us, I'm just speaking, you know. A lot of people see Tank Davis as that guy, you know, because he never lost a fight. But it comes a time where you're going to lose, bro, because you can't win all the time. And you better stop doing what you're doing right now, bro, before you end up losing. And a lot of people don't want to lose a fighter like Tank Davis. We got to grow up as men out of our childish mentality and the childish things and shit that we say and do. We got to grow up out of that, man. We should have been growing up out of that when we learned that it was wrong. But for some reason, it just never left us, bro. But at a point of time, it comes to being too late, and you don't want too late to actually be too late before you try to actually make a decision. And that goes to Tank Davis and anybody else who listening to me, man. This your boy Tony Black, voice of the block. If y'all fuck with what I said, y'all let me know in the comment section. If you didn't fuck with what I said bro, y'all let me know in the comment section, man. I'm out. Peace.